of the many keys to the Beatles' success was their great sense of British humour, and of course their very tight trousers. So surely they could only but appreciate their satiric counterparts, Nasty, Dirk, Stig and Barry, the Prefab Four, also known as the Rutles. Well, their reactions were all quite different. George was the most committed, being quite keen to debunk the crazier side of Beatlemania. He became a driving force behind the whole Rutles project. George's friendship and collaboration with ex-Monty Python's Eric Idle and ex-Bonzo Doodah band member Neil Innes went back to 1975, when he appeared with both of them on a Christmas edition of Rutland Weekend Television.
It's a pirate's life for me. All my friends are pirates and they sing the BBC. I got a jolly Roger, it's a black and white and fast. So get out of your skull and crossbones and I run it up your mast. With yo and
After an appearance on Saturday Night Live by Idle and Innes, executive producer Lorne Michaels discussed extending the Rutles skit into a 1-hour mock documentary, which was later called All You Need Is Cash. However, it was George's invaluable support that was crucial to the project going through. The canny accuracy of some of the detail of the mockumentary was thanks to George providing a copy of Apple's unaired The Long and Winding Road, the precursor to Anthology. Sadly, Leggy Mountbatten's other band, the French Beach Boys Les Garçons de la Plage, could not appear, but George did secure both Mick Jagger and Paul Simon.
There were the Rutles on the TV with girls chasing them. We thought, this can't be that difficult, so we thought we'd have a go ourselves.
Of course, the main thing that comes to my mind with the Sgt. Rudder album is getting stoned and listening to it with earphones, you know. Particularly the chord that lasted forever, you know.
George also appeared in the film disguised as a reporter.
There have been continued allegations that Ruttle Corps is going bankrupt. Eric Manchester, the Rutles press agent, are these allegations true?
No, they're conjecture, you know. They're sort of rumour. I think you find that where you get success, you'll always find this sort of rumour. No.
So the stories of the theft, they're not true also?
No, they're greatly exaggerated.
George was so fond of the mockumentary that he could not resist dropping references to the Rutles in most interviews that he gave long after the film saw the light of day.
What was the sort of silliest stunt you had to do in the Beatles, or the silliest outfit you had to wear?
I don't know, really. It was all pretty silly. Did you ever see the Rutles?
The Rutles was great fun.
Yeah,
and you appeared in that
as well. It's just like the Rutles, really.
And you're a big pal with Eric Idle, aren't you?
Yeah.
Good old Eric.
It's just the trousers. Yeah, I think it was the trousers.
We found out that Leggy had gone off to Australia, which kind of put the mockers on the whole thing, really.
It was a bombshell for the Rutles. They were shocked and stunned.
Well, we're shocked. Yeah, shocked. Shocked.
And stunned.
Yeah, stunned. Very stunned.
When I and the rest of us hear Lennon records, but still, of course, impossible for us to believe that he's gone. It must be, of course, 1,000,000 times more for you, mustn't it?
Well, you've certainly brought the party down, Michael. It is, I was stunned on the day, and I still...
Shocked and stunned.
According to most reports, John loved the Rutles along with tea and biscuits, and held on to the preview tape, even suggesting how to avoid their publishers, ATV, then the owners of Northern Songs, suing for plagiarism, as Neil Innes picks up.
We sent a copy of the songs to John, and he listened to it, and he sent back a message saying, I think you might have trouble with Get Up and Go, because it's a bit like Get Back. And so we left it off the album, you know. But equally, I think he was, you know, just as fond of it as George was. And somebody asked John in New York, you know, what he thought of the Rutles, and he answered by singing Cheese and Onions.
Cheese and onions.
We heard that Lennon and Yoko loved it too, because they just thought it was so funny. And I thought, that's really good of Yoko to love it, because she's portrayed as Hitler's daughter.
Yeah,
and of course, then I realised you cannot be married to John Lennon without a fantastic sense of humour, which she has.
Amongst the little piles of rubble, Nasty found the artist herself, Chastity, a simple German girl whose father had invented World War II.
Ringo felt a certain sadness at the passing of the Beatles, and his comments at the time reflected this.
I saw it, in fact, the night before last in England, because that's where I was. I thought it was fine. I thought it was 25% of what it was. I enjoyed it mainly from 1967. I thought that was more fun than when we were getting together.
But later on, Ringo grew to share George's appreciation.
And there was one magic day I was at George's house, and Ringo was there, and George picks up a guitar.
And he and Ringo started to sing Ouch. Ringo said he liked it after 1968. I never really understood that, but...
Paul chose the song Death Cab for Cutie from the Bonzo's first LP for the Magical Mystery Tour, and also produced their 1968 top 5 track, penned by Neil Innes.
I'm the urban spaceman, baby, I've got speed. I've got everything I need.
However, Paul's connection to Neil Innes did not extend to a wholehearted appreciation of the Rutles. When asked at the time about his thoughts on the Rutles, far from home and far from amused, he normally answered a curt no comment. This was at a time when he was promoting London Town. Initially, he was said not to have liked Eric Idle's depiction of him.
Ringo, I thought, was sort of one bit or the other way, but I think Paul, subsequent years, you know, he said he liked the music and he was affectionate and whatnot, but I don't think he could forgive Eric for sort of, you know, hamming it up. No, I don't think Paul's too keen on it, but it's, you know, he knows the music is, you know, it's not taking the piss.
I know Paul wasn't too impressed with your Dirk. No.
I think his wife liked it the most. Linda loved that performance because he's playing with his eyes and he's shoot me down in flames if I could tell a lie.
And then he found out I was from Wallasey, which is near Liverpool. He said, "Oh, it's okay. He's one of us. He's from Liverpool. It's okay."
But he's good friends now. They all like the Rutles now.
At the end of the day, all 4 Beatles approved. Through Apple, vital archive footage was provided, most notably from the concert at Shea Stadium, named after the Cuban guerrilla leader, Shea Stadium. And the Rutles went on to become very much a legend in their own lunchtime.
I'd like to own a squadron of tanks.
1, 2, 3, 4.